The alarm buzzes at 6 a.m. I wake up in my small but cozy studio apartment, the morning light filtering through the simple white curtains. My bed, a thin mattress on a wooden pallet, rests in the corner, next to a bookshelf that holds only the essentials. A few well-loved books, a small plant, and a notebook where I jot down my thoughts. I start my day with a short meditation session, focusing on gratitude for what I have. Simplicity brings clarity, and clarity brings peace. After stretching, I brew a cup of black coffee using my French press. No fancy machines, no expensive beans. Just simplicity. Breakfast is oatmeal with a banana. A meal that costs me less than $1 and keeps me full for hours. At 8 a.m. I grab my bike and head to work. I freelance as a writer and part-time graphic designer, which allows me the flexibility to work from home or a shared workspace. Today I choose the latter, an affordable co-working space where I pay a small monthly fee rather than shelling out money on expensive cafe lattes. My laptop is a refurbished model that I bought at half price, yet it serves me just as well as a brand new one. Lunch is a home-packed meal, rice, lentils, and sautéed vegetables, costing less than $3. Eating out is a rare luxury, reserved for special occasions. Every dollar I save goes toward experiences, not things. I don't chase the latest gadgets or trends. I focus on value, utility, and necessity. In the afternoon I run errands. My wardrobe consists of a few high-quality, versatile pieces, so I rarely shop for clothes. Instead of retail therapy, I take a walk in the park, appreciating nature's quiet beauty. Minimalism isn't about deprivation. It's about intentionality, about choosing what truly adds value to my life. Evenings are for unwinding. I read a book or spend time journaling. I don't have cable, but I do have a subscription to a streaming service that I share with a friend, cutting costs. My phone is an older model, but it still does everything I need. Before bed, I reflect on the day. I have everything I need: shelter, food, work I enjoy, and peace of mind. I may not have luxuries, but I have freedom, and that's priceless. Living on $1,000 a month isn't about sacrifice. It's about conscious choices. Every expense is intentional, every item serves a purpose, and every moment is lived fully. Minimalism has given me more than I ever lost. And that, to me, is true wealth. I wasn't always like this. There was a time when I chased every new gadget, every fashion trend, and every fleeting pleasure that money could buy. I believed that happiness lay in possessions, in things that filled up my shelves but never my heart. I remember the turning point vividly. It was a regular evening, sitting on my couch, scrolling through online stores, looking for something new to buy. My credit card was nearly maxed out, my apartment cluttered with stuff I barely used, and yet I felt empty. One day I stumbled upon an article about minimalism. Spoke of people who lived with less but felt they had more. More peace, more freedom, more clarity. I started watching documentaries, reading books, and following people who had chosen to live differently. Their stories resonated with me. I realized that I was drowning in a sea of things that didn't truly bring me joy. That was when I decided to change. The first step was decluttering. I started with my closet. I pulled out everything I owned and laid it on the floor. The sheer volume of clothes was overwhelming. Shirts I hadn't worn in years, pants that didn't fit, shoes that looked great but gave me blisters. I donated most of it, keeping only the essentials. A few neutral-colored shirts, 2 pairs of jeans, a couple of sweaters, and comfortable shoes. The rest. Then I moved to my kitchen. I had gadgets I had never used. An electric juicer, a fancy espresso machine, a set of knives still in their packaging. I sold or donated what I didn't need and kept only the basics. My space felt lighter, and so did I. Living on $1,000 a month required careful planning. Rent was my biggest expense, so I found a small but efficient studio apartment that cost me $500. Utilities and internet added up to another $100. That left me with $400 for food, transportation, and savings. I cooked at home, biked instead of using public transport, and avoided impulse purchases. Every dollar had a purpose. The more I let go, the happier I became. Instead of shopping, I spent time learning new skills. I took up painting, started writing more, and explored my city on foot. I found joy in simple things. A sunrise, a deep conversation, a quiet evening with a book. Minimalism taught me that happiness doesn't come from things. It comes from how we live, the choices we make, and the freedom to focus on what truly matters. Of course, there were struggles. Friends didn't always understand why I chose to live with less. Some thought I was depriving myself. Others assumed I was struggling financially. But the truth was, I had never felt richer. There were times I questioned my decision, especially when I saw others enjoying luxuries I had given up. But then I reminded myself, my version of wealth was different. It was the ability to wake up without stress, to work on things I loved, to live without the pressure of debt or materialism. Now, years into this lifestyle, I can't imagine going back. My financial situation has improved, but I still live simply. Every extra dollar goes towards experiences, travel, learning, giving back, not more possessions. Minimalism is more than just a lifestyle. It's a mindset, a way of living with purpose. It's about recognizing that true happiness doesn't lie in the things we own, but in the life we create.